I just wanted to welcome you guys to this 10-day clean eating challenge, and I'm so excited that you all decided to join. It's a totally free group, and if anything, it helps with accountability and you'll get some great recipes. But I wanted to, in this video, share my top 10 tips with you. And these are tips that have helped me planning and organizing when it comes to meal prepping, or kind of just trying to stay on track when I'm trying to eat healthy, which is all the time. But you know, sometimes we fall off the bandwagon, and that's probably why a lot of the reason why some of you are here. So you know, they say that nutrition is more important than exercise. There's a little bit of controversy, but some people say that nutrition accounts for 80% of your diet, and then exercise accounts for 20%. So you know, it's not necessarily correct to think, oh, I'm gonna eat this piece of chocolate cake and then I'm gonna go run in the treadmill for 2 hours, and they totally cancel out, and you know, no harm done. That kind of food is not something that your body needs. Your body needs whole, dense food in order for it to function at its best. So nutrition about 80%, exercise about 20%. So my number one tip, make a list of what you want to get when you go to the grocery store. And that helps so much, because I don't know about you, if I don't go to the grocery store with a list, I am going to go down every single aisle. I'll be like, ooh, these cookies look good, or ooh, those crackers look good, or oh, I think I need some of this pudding. So if you go with a list, and you know, you bring your pen, or you have it like in your phone, you just mark it off, like got the eggs, got the bread, got the milk, you know, and then once you have everything checked off, then you check out, and saves a lot of time, saves a lot of money, and it also helps, you know, to know what you're going to be cooking before you go to the grocery store. So I usually pick about 2 or 3 different recipes for the week, and then maybe 2 or 3 different snack ideas, and I write all of that down on my grocery list. And crock pot recipes, if you know, go to Pinterest. That is going to be probably the easiest thing for you to do is a crock pot recipe. A second tip is a shop on the perimeter of the store. All of the healthier food is going to be on the perimeter of the store. Once you start going down the aisles, you're going to get into a lot of those processed foods that have refined sugar and stuff that you really don't need to be eating. And you know, on the perimeter of the store is going to be your whole foods, like your meats, your vegetables, your fruit. And so I would try to stick to the outside aisles. And number 3 tip, if it grew or had a mama, then it's probably safe to eat. So, you know, any of your vegetables or fruits, or if you do eat meat, try to stay with like the leanest of the meat. But yeah, if it grew or if it had a mama, it's probably safe to eat. Number 4, really easy tip, choose a wide variety of color when you're choosing your fruits and your vegetables. And when you're choosing your vegetables, try to choose vegetables that have a dark color to them, because the vegetables that are going to be dark and leafy are going to have more nutritional value to them. So stuff like chard, spinach, broccoli, stuff like that, those are going to be of more nutritional value to you. Okay, number 5 tip, I never used to do this, but I started doing this within the past month or so, is whenever I come home, I clean my veggies and my fruits, and I cut it up right then and there. If I'm able to, you know, stuff like bananas, if you're gonna cut that up and put it into like a fruit salad or something, you don't want to do that because bananas go bad pretty easily. But if you have like bell peppers or onions, or strawberries, stuff like that, or grapes, immediately when you get home, just wash it, cut it up, put it in Tupperware. It will be ready when you come home. Say you come home really late and you're starving, you want to make like a stir fry or something, those vegetables are already cut up for you. All you have to do is throw them in the pan and cook them. Or if you want to snack on the veggies, then they're already cut up for you, and you won't be so inclined to reach for a candy bar. And let's see, number 6 tip, track your food intake. Whether or not you have an app or you have some kind of journal, I would definitely track your food intake. This really helps for a number of reasons. One, if you are tracking your food, say you're in the store and you're waiting to check out and they have all of the candy just right there waiting for you to pick something up, and you're like, wow, I could really use some M&Ms right now. Or if you're like me, Skittles are my vice, and I am like, oh my gosh, my mouth is already watering, I want to eat some of those Skittles. But I'm gonna have to put that in my journal. I'm gonna have to pick up my pen and I'm gonna have to write down that I ate Skittles today. And I'm probably not gonna get them because I'm gonna feel, kind of bad about myself. And you can have a cheat every once in a while, but for these 10 days, like, just try your hardest. And so number one, you're gonna have to write it down. Number two, it's good to track your food because say you feel really lethargic one day, or like really sick, or your stomach's really upset, or you have a headache, you can kind of go back through like what you've eaten to see if maybe something you ate is the cause of why you're feeling so bad. Let's see. Number 7 tip, drink water. And that seems so easy, and it is easy for a lot of people. But once we get going throughout our day, it's like we're so busy, and drinking water is probably the least of our worries. And it should be of top priority because our body and our muscles, our brain cannot function unless we're fully hydrated. So I know I have a Fitbit and I track my water intake on my Fitbit app. There's a ton of other really good apps. I think Hydro Coach is a really good one that I used to use. And they say that you should be drinking half your body weight in ounces. So, if you're drinking water, you're going to feel so much better. It's going to flush out the toxins. It's going to keep you regular, and basically it's going to keep you alive. And if you are the type of person that just cannot drink water because it just tastes so bland, spice it up, put some lemon in it, infuse it with some fruit. I know I can't drink water unless it's like ice cold. But just try different things here and there. And number 8, no bullshit. This challenge is only 10 days long, and you join this challenge for a reason. There's something that you feel like you're lacking in, or something that you think you need to work on as far as nutrition goes. So no bullshit. For the next 10 days, just really hone in on your nutrition, and every single day, make conscious decisions to make a healthier choice. And I know that we all having a happy meal is what I call it, a cheat meal here and there is definitely okay. Like I do that once or twice a week, and I schedule those out so that I don't get out of hand because, like I said, I have a problem with Skittles. But for the next 10 days, just try to eat whole foods, natural foods, just try not to go to Sonic or McDonald's, and unless you're going for water or some salad, but just really try to hone in on your nutrition for the next 10 days and show yourself what's possible, show yourself what you can do and what you're capable of. Number 9, meal prepping. Meal prepping, I had never done it until about 1.5 years ago. And when I first started, it was really hard, really confusing. I was in the kitchen for probably like 4 or 5 hours, and I was like, this sucks. My feet hurt. I feel like I'm in a sweat kitchen. I feel like a child laborer. But you really get into a system and you figure out what recipes are going to work well together, and you can't be cooking like 3 or 4, feasts. You got to really pick your recipes well, and it makes your life so much easier. You think 2 or 3 hours on one day is a lot. Try cooking, 1 to 2 hours every single day for 7 days. That's a lot of time taken out of your day for things that you could be doing to get done, hanging out with your family. So, taking a few hours out of one day to go to the store, get the food, and meal prep, and have everything ready for you in your refrigerator, I don't think is unreasonable. And it's going to be trial and error. In the beginning, I didn't really know how much food I needed to buy or how much I needed to make in order to last me the entire week. So trial and error, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just, whatever works for you and how large of a family you have. Number 10, do not starve yourself. You know, unless you're on some kind of strict meal plan or you have some kind of medical issue, I personally eat 5 to 6 meals a day. And I eat every 2 or 3 hours. And that helps me to keep my metabolism going so I don't get so tired. And so when I do eat, I'm not, you know, gorging. Because when I compare it to when I used to eat maybe 2 to 3 meals a day, you know, I'd eat breakfast in the morning. By the time it was lunchtime, I was starving so bad, like I didn't even care what I ate. So I would like go to Sonic or go to McDonald's and just order like a few hamburgers and some fries and a soda. And, you know, and then I'd be totally stuffed. But the thing is, those are empty calories and I would be starving again by dinner. And so, you know, I'd be like gorging again. And so the whole eating whole natural foods comes into play, as well as eating 2 to 3 times every 2 to 3 hours, you know, just to keep yourself full and happy, and your metabolism keeps your metabolism going. And if you do starve yourself, your body actually thinks that it is like going into survival mode. So when your body thinks that, it's actually going to try and protect yourself and store all of your body fat. So over time, if you do starve yourself, you're obviously going to lose weight and be really skinny and unhealthy. But you know, when you do starve yourself, your body will go into survival mode and actually keep the fat that you have on you to protect you. So those are my 10 tips for my life and what I wanted to share with you. So if you have any questions about that, any of the tips, feel free to ask. If there's something that you need help with, water intake, meal prepping, recipes, then I am 100% here for you. And if you go into the files tab of this group, I have uploaded some recipe guides, some grocery lists, some meal trackers that you can use, and there's a whole bunch of different documents in there. So I would definitely go in there and take a look at everything. And if you need to download it or save it to your computer, that's 100% yours and you can have it. So I look forward to working with you guys for the next 10 days.